Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly dungeon master today. Today, we are continuing on with our ongoing campaign, playing Paizo's very cool science fantasy role-playing game, Starfinder. And with me today are the stars of the I should say as well that we are playing through Paizo's second adventure path against the Aeon Throne. And this is the by Ron Lundeen as well too. Interesting. So this is the second Ron Lundeen adventure I've been running on the channel this month. So that's really interesting. But with me today are the stars of the Against the Aeon Throne campaign. I'll start with got you to the left here. First up is Ingolf.
Yeah, hi. I'm Ingolf. I'm playing Vuldan, who is a Vesk soldier and also the captain of this ship. And we were victorious, so it's time to party.
Nice. And next up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris, or Mo. But that is M-O, not M-O-E, not like the bartender. I'm playing Cat, or JT Cat for his full name, who is a drow operative. This is, for those of you who haven't played Starfinder, it's a bit like a rogue in more traditional fantasy games. And he is, as I said, he's a drow, and that's about it, isn't it? Sorry, I forgot what I was saying there. I should write my spiel down.
Not at all. And last but not least is Thomas.
Hi, I'm Thomas. I'm playing Zakros. He is a human mystic, a priest of Pharasma, Lady of Graves. He is the priest on a Liberator 2, and I keep the crew alive.
Nice. So, last session, boy, we had quite the eventful session last session. Before we went live, we were talking about what the extensive firefights that led to the liberation of Madelon's Landing. But it does not mean that the planet of Nacondas is completely free of the grip of the Aslanti Star Empire. So let's just quickly flip over here. Let's just take a moment to kind of there we go. Refresh ourselves where we are and where we've been. So quite a few sessions back, you guys came into orbit around the planet of Nacondas, intent on delivering a bunch of supplies to an Abadar Corps sponsored colony here that was called Madelon's Landing. And in addition to doing part of your regular job, you guys also were looking forward to meeting up with an old ally, or rather an old employer named Sedona. This mysterious android woman. And unfortunately, when you guys arrived in orbit, you were greeted in the most aggressive way possible by a couple of strange drones. And once you guys made your way back down, you dealt with those really aggressive greeting party. You made your way down to the surface, fairly far away from where Madelon's Landing is. And you made your way across the thick lightning and mist-filled forest landscape of Nacondas to make your way to Madelon's Landing, where you guys met up with some erstwhile allies, both Jellic Folsom and his wife, Abretta Folsom. So there is, boom, Abretta, and there is Jellic. And after a couple of initial forays out, dealing with some dealing with some of the Aslanti guards, or the Aeon Star Empire guards, you guys then eventually found that you served as a bit of a maybe either a good role model or a poor role model for Jellic, who decided to take it upon himself to do some sabotage as well, but he got himself captured. And after liberating him, your stalwart captain decided that there was no time waiting, like the present, to storm the garrison. So you guys charged in. And after last session's furious firefight, which included you guys dealing with a fairly powerful technomancer, or Aslanti technomancer, you guys succeeded. So, and you have liberated the head of the colony. So the The one person you did not find in the garrison was unfortunately Sedona, and apparently Sedona was taken away by some other member of the expedition for further interrogation. But who is in there is the man on after which the colony, or the colony itself is named, which is Madelon Kessi. So that's Madelon Kessi. He is a Lashunta, and he is also a priest of Abadar. He's the spiritual and the bureaucratic leader of Madelon's Landing. So I think what we'll do, guys, is first off, you will have had enough time. Where we last left you guys was pretty beaten up. So you would have had time to, catch your breath, to do the 10-minute rest or whatever it is that is necessary to recover. Although I guess, Zachros, you don't have any resolve points left. So although you're not that badly beaten up, though. No, Tom certainly is. Tom nearly went down. Didn't you just bring him back from the brink of death, too?
Yes.
I think that's why we're looking at the death rules. Before we went live, we realized we screwed up the death rules in the last session, and we were talking about how to fix them. And I think that was good old Tom's the reason we were looking at the death rules. So let's take one away from his resolve points, and his stamina is back up to full. Okay, so we'll pick up the scene, guys, with you guys kind of looking through the garrison. There was some equipment, some gear that you found that was in there. You guys, we sort of rushed through I rushed through the end of last session to give you guys kind of a bit of an info dump. What do you guys remember about what you learned in the aftermath of that epic struggle?
Well, we picked up a tactical sword, but the main thing we found data that there was a pre-gap starship called, we think, the Royal Venture.
Right.
And it has some non-drift-based FTL drive based around Rune, or I presume Aeon Stones, maybe.
Yep.
So that was what was really interesting. And some of the other people, more senior people, went off to look at this, so they may still be at the site where the ship crashed. And I think also there was some rumor that the Atlantis ship that was here should be coming back at some stage. And I think that was about it. I don't think we'd searched all the rooms yet. I think we'd literally just had a chance to go through the control room.
Okay.
Buldan definitely remembers that he wanted to scratch some armor together.
Yes. Zachros, anything to add to that?
I think I just cut out the eyes of the
yes,
commander.
that's right.
Yeah, to the cyber eyes that I can get that implanted in my head.
Yeah. Now, before we're actually down a player today. Tom, the androids player, is away for at the time of recording, or one day off. What's the Canada Day long weekend? So he's away for that. So guys, let's just do a quick. Hi, Brent.
Hi.
I'm going to send him a text to let him know that we're probably going to kill his character today. Well, hold on. Let's just get... Brent, if you've got any objection, by all means, say something in chat. No? No? Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, so we've got... Yeah, you recovered the... what do you call it? Here, I'm saying happy long weekend to him. So you recovered that. There was that stuff from the eyes. There was that unusual tactical map that was being used as well. On tactical map, the tactical sword. And I think I did see in an email, Brent tried to lay claim to that because he was actually skilled in it. I think most everything else you guys have found so far, he's been pretty useless at. But it's that doesn't mean that he automatically gets it. There were the Technomancer who you faced. Actually, let's look at that illustration again because it is pretty fucking cool. Where is he? Sedona. No. Olaraja. There he is. Nice. Boom. So that was the Technomancer who nearly killed your resident android. He, however, now you have carved his eyes out. So good on that. He also has a data jack, if you're inclined to take that as well. But there was a tactical dueling sword, a static arc pistol, and armor that I think is casual station wear. So I think it's not better than anything you guys have. Now, what were you thinking, Voldan, in terms of better armor?
Yeah, I thought I could just use one of these troops. They maybe have something which is better than, because I have this ceremonial plate troop armor, which is the cheapest one actually you can get.
Yeah,
and the worst one. So
they're all wearing troop ceremonial plate as well.
Oh, well,
yeah.
Then they are they are only the worst of the troops they could find.
Exactly. These are the Bush League stormtroopers that you're dealing with.
So let's probably just killed a load of cadets, really.
Yeah,
the school cadets. They went out for their training and then coming back.
You guys have killed effectively like a Boy Scout troop.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, probably in their first year of training or something. So it's like, they've done the basic training.
They're also, even more fascistic than what the Boy Scouts are. So, okay. So one of the things to consider. Let's talk about. We'll drop in and out of role playing for this thing, but the sort of pressing concerns that you guys would have, the tactical concerns at least, are the fact that that other ship, the I think it's called the Barazad, if I remember.
I've got Silver Needle. Is that it translated into common?
It may very well. Barazad is the name of the ship. The Silver Needle may have been. There was a ship that picked up Sedona and took her away.
Oh, that was a different one, wasn't it?
That may have been that. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it was a courier vessel called the Silver Needle. Collected her, a fast courier vessel that then returned to the Aslanti Star Empire. And the commander, Lieutenant Sharu. No, none of the as the Aeon Guardsmen that you've taken down so far, none of them match her description, because she seems to be full on. Oh, actually, I don't need to hold it up. Let's because I did sneak on. Guys, this is what we're thinking of. Now there we go. When you guys signed up to, go against the Aeon Throne, this is what you signed up to fight. So, Lieutenant Sharu is off exploring the Royal Venture. That was the name of the ship, and I'll type that in just so we got it in chat. So you know that she is off at the Royal Venture site, and actually now that you guys have seized the command post here, I can actually show you. We're going to be dancing around between maps here a bit. So from where you guys are, let's see. The Royal Venture crash site is about here, guys. That kind of big open area there.
And I remember we parked somewhere off to the.
Yeah, I think you guys were down here.
Yeah.
Right. So it's Botany 2B is where you guys went.
Of course, yeah, because we went.
Or that brown square is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so it's a little. I mean, on foot it would be a quite some time to get there. But one bit of information that you do have is that the colony. I mean, obviously the colony doesn't just walk everywhere, right? And in addition to the they can't just wait and use their starship to hustle around. They actually have these little vessels they use. But when let me show you what they are. Did I create it? I did not make the hand. Oh, I did. Look at that. Hot damn. Just when you think I didn't do my job, I did it. I just put it in the wrong place. So I did it poorly. Here we go. This is what you guys have access to as a hover trike.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these things, there are, I think there's 3 of them that were in one of the sheds, like the vehicle sheds that you guys didn't have access to. And what they had done, it turns out that not a Bretta, but one of the other guys whose name is, let's see here. Oh, Jellic did it actually. No, he didn't. I'm lying. I'm a filthy liar. Here it is. Oh, one of the guys, Ludvar Kresk. He's one of the other, what do you call it? One of the other parts of the resistance. He's a human who, oh, awesome. So his face, he's quite badly burned. That destroyed much of his left hand and much of his left face, but he talks with a voice synthesizer.
Huh.
And it's a faulty one, and it's only the Aslanti actually seized it. He was one of the guys who was part of the prisoners that were being held there. So you get it back to him, and it's malfunctioning right now. So he's going to sound like this, but he took out the. There's a key component that was taken out. He can get one back working again, so you can get that around. So you'll have access to one hover trike. What else? So he can. I'm going to assume that if you guys want that, you can task him with getting that thing going right away, and he'll work with a Bretta to get that thing up and running. What else do you have? You have the Barazad that you're not sure when it's going to come back, so that's something to talk about what you guys want to do. And what is the other problems you guys have here? You have the problem of Lieutenant Sharu and her troops off at the Royal Venture crash site. She seems, to be pretty impressive, and they're not quite clear how many that she's got with her. So, what do you guys make of that? Those are your challenges right now. What are you thinking of prioritizing?
I think we need to first hand out the guns we captured, and then I think at least two of us need to jump on that trike and get back to our ship and bring the ship to here.
Okay.
Yeah, or we could just use the hover trike and go, the three of us go there and let Tom, the android, who's almost dead, go and fetch the ship.
Yeah.
So that would be, it's not so much sense within the game, but it makes sense because he isn't here. So
yeah.
Or did you want to fly?
Yeah. I suppose we could sort of just send Tom off. The trouble is, it's a bit nasty to send one person off in the jungle. Because if I was the DM, I'd have a table that's saying if they do that, there's a chance that he gets ambushed.
I've had two.
No. He can
up awful stuff to be found.
He can take two guys from the colony with him or something.
Oh right, yeah, because we can give them the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose the other thing is we turned off the jammer. So can we actually send a message back to the Pack world saying, "Help, we've been attacked"?
Remember,
it might take time.
It'll take a lot of time.
Did they really smash the setup? Presumably.
They did, and also what Madelon can tell you is that he, from what he knows, is he thinks that Sedona may have sent a message off before. He's not sure to who, because we'll send one to Abadar Corps, but
because obviously because it takes a random amount of time, doesn't it? So they could have received it, or they could still be receiving it next week. From
the timeline. It's been basically the length of time that it took for you guys to travel here, which was I think 2 weeks or something like that. That may have been the communications travels through the drift at the same rate that ships do. So if it took 2 weeks for it to get there, even if it gets there, they're going to take 2 more weeks for them to get back, assuming they immediately send people out.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. So if they sent someone immediately, we'd be expecting them in about a week's time.
Yeah.
Because we've had about a week-ish, haven't we?
No, you guys only been here a handful of days, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe about 3 or 4 days, maybe.
It was 2 days.
Maybe only 3 actually.
I think it's 2 days of travel plus 1 day of rest at in this.
Yeah.
So maybe you're on day
4.
3 or 4.
Yeah. Okay. I suppose the other thing is to set up some sort of, or help the resistant to set up some sort of defense. I assume they probably can do that themselves, actually, thinking about it.
Okay.
So, assuming we get our ship back. Oh, the other thing is that turret. Can I check it out and see if we can get it working?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like that. That'll be
Yeah.
with your computer skills, it'll be relatively easy to. I'm assuming you can rework that so that it'll, if the Bearzad tries to land, you can have this thing fire on it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is it automated? Yes. In that case, I can sort that out.
Yeah.
I suppose then.
Ingolf, hold on. Ingolf, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I was just wondering, when did the Atlantic commander leave? So they will have to travel a week or 2 as well. So probably
the difference
we can.
Is and this is because this is just an in-universe thing. Different drift ships move at different, like depending on your drift drive, they will travel at a different rate. Some travel faster than others, and you saw that this was described as a fast courier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's a random time. It's not.
It's a random time, and then it's a multiplier, like divider, right? Then you divide it by whatever the drift drive is. It's like, oh boy, if you guys can potentially upgrade your drift engine so that it actually goes, or jump drive or whatever it's called, so it travels faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing we talked about as well, was that you, you guys are able to, you will be able to upgrade your ship as well too. Although that's something that, that will take time as well. I'm just double checking here to see the timeline for when she took off. Let's see here. Zachros, what are you thinking here?
Actually, I just wait until decisions are made.
Nice.
Oh, well, that's that sort of leadership. Yeah. Let everyone else do it and then step in at the end. Non-directive leadership, I think it's called.
No,
yeah.
Anyone interested in the data, Jack?
I think I'd want brand new parts put in my head, to be honest.
It's like brand new.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the brick from the skull things and thinking, with my medicine skill, I think I'd rather go and get.
It's all right.
Okay.
I did think about putting in a medicine bay in the ship.
I keep
as well,
it.
but...
I keep it.
It was about 9 days ago is when the Silver Needle collected Sedona and left.
Okay, so then we probably have a few more days, but not so many.
The Bearzad began the survey about.
That's still in system, isn't it? It didn't.
It is. Yeah,
leave.
8 days ago.
Just hanging around.
Yeah.
So it depends whether the leader has some sort of comm unit there that she could talk to them in system. Because if she can call them up and say, "Hey guys, come back. We're in trouble." But if they don't, she's got to wait for them to come back. It depends if she's got an in-system comm unit with her. They're quite bulky, so possibly she hasn't, but I wouldn't want to 100% guarantee that.
They're also, what are they exploring right now?
Well, presumably they're going around all the planets.
No. I mean, Lieutenant, the commander, Sharu.
Yeah.
Where is she right now?
Well, we think she's with the crashed ship.
Yeah. So...
we know there was an alert put out, so she knows something's happened.
What I'm saying is that if she's at a starship, you guys would know this. Starships have communicators, on them. So depending on the extent of the damage, and I think you guys did see the images taken by.
I think it was pretty banged up, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was the image that Sedona had stored on that drive that you guys saw.
Yeah. You think we could fly this thing? Okay, yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it is several thousand years old.
Yeah, so it still exists. I mean, that proves that
Yeah.
it is has a sturdy build, and
Well,
So
we can kit bash both ships together. I think.
So,
Eventually.
guys, travel in system, depending on whether you're doing drift travel or whether you're doing thruster travel. Travel in system, well, actually, it's about the same. Travel in system by thrusters is 1d6 plus 2 days. Travel in system by drift navigation is 1d6 days. So that's like minimum 1 day, maximum 9 days. Is that right? No, 8 days. That's roughly how long. If they get the message, and communication within system is a lot faster than through the drift.
Yeah, it's not real time, but they
Yeah,
can send
so
a message and
let's-
get an answer half an hour later, depending on
Yeah.
where they are in the system.
Yeah.
So we've probably got 2 or 3 days before they'll either walk here.
Yeah.
Oh, do we know whether the Aslanti have any transport other than sort of Shanks's pony and walking? So they don't have their own equivalent of the hovertrikes or anything like that?
They don't, no.
All right.
That's where, what's his name, Mr. Voicebox was successful in his sabotage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would suggest we can probably rest up tonight and maybe get a Madelon to help with healing. I think Tom is the only really one that's really banged up. And then I think we need to get the ship back and then go and or at the same time go and check out the landing site. You know, if we suggest we're going to say Tom went off and got the ship with help, we could effectively jump on the trike tomorrow morning and go out and have a scout.
Yes.
So the trikes, they're actually quite quick as well too. No, they
There's
are
no
not.
way we can get more than one of them working if I and Tom and Mr. Voicebox work on it.
Yeah, 22 miles per hour. So it's really not super fast.
5 times the speed of walking.
Yeah, it's a lot. So it is faster than getting there, but it will take a while to get around on that. I didn't realize it was quite. Plus, it won't suffer from the what do you call it? The difficult terrain penalty because of the hover.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys thinking? And these things are, incidentally, like these are like clunkers too. Like you can kind of, they're sort of like jalopy style thing. Like when you start it up, it's kind of like, and then the hover thing gets going.
So, did I get it right that hang on, Tom is getting our ship?
Yes.
And we travel to the crash site.
Mm-hmm.
And do we do that the next morning or do we do this now?
Yeah, the idea was to go next morning, but we could do a scouting, but then we have to probably leave because we might be not powerful enough because I think you ran out of spells and so on.
Yeah, I have no more resolve points and no more spells.
Yeah, I think doing it today would be really risky if we run into a big fight and we haven't got anyone to heal us.
And if just in case we're staying, I will ask, what's her name? Abretta. Abretta, how long does it take you to install this ice in me?
She kind of looks at you now. I think installing cybernetics requires medicine, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let me just double check here. So I'm not sure she's going to be able to necessarily help you with that.
Okay.
But let's see here. I mean, it is a pretty advanced setting, and if I'm wrong about that, I don't want you to have to suffer without dark vision for one more day.
No, I still have the glasses. So
okay.
Yeah, so, the goggles, night vision goggles.
Augmentation.
In the augmentation of the armor. That's right.
So it requires the services of a professional cybernetic surgeon or someone with ranks in medicine equal to the level of the augmentation. A session with a cyber surgeon usually takes 1 hour per level of augmentation. So it is pretty quick. And these are standard dark vision capacitors are level 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
the data jack, what level is this? Is it a standard jack?
Standard data jack is level 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but Zagros, I don't really know, but all military trainings shows never between fights do have some kind of surgery. I mean, you will go to fight tomorrow, and just
I
some
can you see they can install the gear in my head, and I cast a healing spell. You know.
Yeah.
That will
It's
sort that out.
rule 1136 of the Vestarium
Yeah.
standard handbook. Do not remove any sensory organs while on campaign.
Acknowledge, Captain. Captain,
I have medicine.
I take this into consideration.
Thinking about this.
Let me see here. I mean, what's his name? Madelon may be able to do that, and if not him, because it's such a relatively simple procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Plus it'll be our first full-on step into the cyberpunk world, so I really want to do that. I kept texting players in other campaigns. I'm like, guys, I really want to run Shadowrun. Stop me. So this may be a way of scratching that itch.
I thought, as if we are going to wait overnight, and we've got this trike that can do 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Could those of us that aren't as banged up quickly drive to the ship and bring it back tonight?
Well, it was so. Let's think here.
Depends how long it takes to fix the trike.
Yeah, I think so. Like, if you're driving all over, driving overnight to kind of get to there, I think you'd be able to, like, by early the next morning, you guys would be showing up again. So if some of you guys don't need a full night's rest, it's your mechanic.
Yeah, I suppose technically I don't, because I didn't really get hit in this fight.
Yeah.
So, and take Tom with you. He just.
Yeah, let's say me and Tom and a guy from the Resistance go out and try and bring it back for tomorrow morning. So at least then Tom can sit in the ship, and if the Berazad turns up, he can effectively decide what to do, whether he fights it with a ad hoc crew of I'd imagine Sedona or Madelon could probably fill some of the ship roles.
Sedona isn't here, but
sorry, what am I talking about? Yeah.
Let's see here.
That is, of course, splitting the party, whether we just want to abstract it and say Tom goes and gets it while we go off tomorrow morning.
You know what? I think that's fine. I think you actually will have. I think Madelon will be able to, if not him. And I'll tell you what much my rationale here is. Madelon's Landing, the colony itself has a maximum item level of 4th. That suggests to me that there's someone with 4 ranks in something to craft something there, which means that it's reasonable to think there's someone with 4 ranks in medicine. So I think in the
it's ranks, not skill.
Ranks.
Yeah. Oh right. Oh, in that case, I can't do it.
No, you guys can't. That's
because I've only got the 1 rank, obviously.
So you need someone with rank. I mean, rank. If you got 2 ranks, you could install that data jack. But and I think I'd probably want someone to have profession cyber surgeon as well.
Yeah, it's something I took, and I don't think I actually put any points into it last time.
Oh, for medicine?
Yeah, let me just check with the character sheet.
And there isn't probably some Lashunta ringware lying around or something like that?
There's no. Does the racist, Sphinx army have any,
No. I only put the 1 rank into it, so...
Okay. That's okay. There will be someone. So, Zachros,
we're more for healing people than...
If you're sticking around and kind of taking your break, it's a 3-hour procedure. So they'll do that for you.
Oh, that's
okay.
That's
so
great. Yeah.
So
good to me.
So me, Tom, and Tom, and another guy go, or does Ingolf? Do you want to come with me in the truck?
No. I think I will stay here and care for the blind one. So.
Okay, I'll point out where the controls for the cannons are.
Yeah.
In case something comes back.
So you can also let's see here. It doesn't look like it even requires a roll for implantation. Yeah, you just need to. It just says it happens. I mean, that's good because I mean, a 5% chance of, well, you're blind. It's a bit unfair. Did you want both the data jack and the thing set in? That's a 5-hour procedure then, but they could do that as well.
Yeah, I think I get addicted to that. So
Yeah.
Yes. And then I have a
Curse
rest.
this brittle flesh. All right. So you've got one step on your way to being RoboCop. You now have a standard data jack, and you have a the standard or whatever
Dark vision.
Dark vision. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
And
Nice.
It's not RoboCop. It's RoboDoc.
RoboDoc.
Yeah.
Dead or alive? Wait, not dead. Only alive. You're coming with me. All right.
That sounds like Moradin from Mass Effect. Sometimes help people by killing people.
All right. Okay,
so we're off to get the ship.
Yeah, so you guys successfully retrieved the ship that evening. Voldan, are you? I think that like once it becomes evident that you've cut quite the military jib, then Madelon's going to ask you to kind of help. Like he's an administrator, he's not a warrior. So with you sort of handing out the stuff and giving instructions, you find that there are a lot of eager captives and members of the resistance that are quite happy to sort of take instructions from you to set up kind of a bit of a watch for those because there's that one squad that went missing. Mm-hmm. Right. And then there's also, you guys have secured the rest of the drones. What kind of defenses do you want to set up here in Madelon?
Oh, yeah, because I think we just discussed setting the drones up to look for people in Aeon Guard armor and shoot them.
I was for just taking the weapons out of the drones and just let them look. So, I suppose they can fall back, fall in our back if we just use strange technology drones, which we barely can override. Then probably the other side can do that as well. I don't know.
Yeah, a bit of a risk they'd be hacked back, and then maybe we just shut them down.
They can fly around and spy, but the only thing problematic.
Out?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take the batteries out of the weapons then, so that
out of the drones.
They had this grenades which were pretty strong, and I think we don't want them flying around.
They were. Let's see here. If you want to withdraw the grenades. Okay.
Yeah. Well, presumably they're fired, so they're not something we can throw ourselves.
Let's see. I think that it would be relatively easy with the kind of tech level that you guys are dealing with. It would be a relatively simple thing to reprogram those. Let's see here. Integrated. Yeah. So there's there were 2 drones left. You guys you could potentially recover 2 sticky bomb grenades, 1 from each of them. And you could potentially recover a pulse caster pistol from them. Now, it's going to require some actual machining and whatnot to rework that pulse caster, but the grenades, I think, are relatively easy to rework.
Yeah, I would just advise that probably, how were the guys called? The Fulsoms could do that. They seem very tech savvy.
Definitely, yeah. If you want to task them with that, they could do that the day afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're going on scouting, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I got to take. Sorry, guys. Normally, I know we're really early. I do need to take a quick break for the washroom because I've been drinking coffee all morning, getting ready for this session. So I'll be right back.
Right. Let me grab a coffee as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Oh, just as a housekeeping thing, I deducted all the shots we used from the group automatic pistol ammo.
Nice.
So I assume we're all now fully loaded, as it were.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
We've got about 20 rounds left in that. And
Okay.
after that, we're going to have to start keeping track. Or
So
find
seeing,
find
since
some
we're
UVPs
now
to make some.
at episode 10, and we're now 6 months into this campaign, I finally bit the bullet, and I in my next shipment from Starfinder, from Paizo, I've got a limited edition of the Starfinder rulebook coming. So
Alright.
I figured I might as well get the leather, whatever, or faux leather cover. It's also, worth noting too. I'm not sure if you guys subscribe to any of the Paizo stuff, but they made a change with Pathfinder 2nd Edition coming out, and now if you have, I think it's three of their different subscriptions or more, you automatically get to pick either free copies of the Starfinder Society or free copies of the Pathfinder Society supplements too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. All three of us are overseas, and
Yeah,
you can't pay the shipping rates. So
No.
Hey, but every time I get burned by shipping rates from Modifius and from Mongoose, my sympathies are not with you.
Well, it's almost like if Paizo set up a European center to deliver stuff, but
Really, and well, you guys, and
I think
Cubicle
Paizo
7,
could run their system a bit better.
Cubicle 7 likewise has. I get dinged every time I order something from them. Oh man, I need to find more Canadian-based gaming companies that I love. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, so we're back, and so you guys will all get a full night's rest, even though Zachros, you are, experiencing some pretty unusual new sensations with your eyes. I'm going to assume that Tom the Android is going to come with you guys as well too, because in the event we don't get through the. Oh, you know what? Brent said he's not going to make the next session anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Tom the Android stays behind.
Yeah. He has to watch for the ship and the turret and.
Yep. it's the sci-fi equivalent of Wait with the Horses.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you guys plan on doing? So Zacharias, you'll recover all of your spells, your resolve points, and you recover. How many hit points is it you recover per healing? Where's my damn cards?
I think it's 1 per level, unless you're in like a hospital bed or taking full rest. So
Yeah,
it could be 2 points, I think. But it depends if Madelon's got any healing of his own. He could probably.
Oh yeah, let's assume that Madelon has. Well, actually, hold on. He's.
If he's a cleric of Abadar,
Yeah, that's just it. Is because he's a cleric of or effectively a priest of Abadar. I'm not sure that he would necessarily, because mystics don't automatically get some kind of healing ability, right?
No.
Yeah, and you know what I'll say is that we'll just assume that you're going to be able to get. You're only down by 4 hit points, so let's just say that you're back up to full hit points. I'm not super concerned about if it comes down to that extra 4 hit points making the difference between life and death, then you know, I will be okay with that. So, what plans do you guys? First, let's talk about what you found in the garrison as well too. See if there's anything else of interest that you found as you scoured through that. And we now have the Liberator 2 landed in the kind of courtyard there. And as a refresher, it's been a while since we've seen the ship. So there we go, guys. That's what the Liberator 2 looks like. Okay. So I think what you can do as well then is get Abretta can start working on the upgrades to your ship as well too. Abretta, Angelic, and what's his name? You know, I'm going to type his name in the chat so I can remember it. It's Ludvar Kresk.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Go.
We'll leave the shopping list with them.
Okay. And then, yeah, you can assume that they're going to have enough between the supplies that you guys had and whatever else they're able to scavenge up. We'll figure out what the upgrades to the ship are, because your ship is now tier 2. Pretty cool. So, let's see. What else do you find in here? There is. Let's see. You guys may have recovered everything already. Oh, there was that supply room that you guys didn't check as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have a quick look in there.
I'm just going to see if there's anything in there. There's food. There's food in the mess. So there's that.
Yeah. There's less food now.
When you guys go into the kitchen, you can see that the sink and let's go over to the garrison actually, so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Boom. Okay. So the sink is over here, or the garrison guys is. Let's move all you guys together so I can move you all at once. Boom. So in the kitchen over here, as Android Tom will stick behind. There we go. What you see, Zakros, is that there are runes that are marked onto the, like, it looks like they've been scoured on with some kind of like laser etch or something like that. There are runes on the stove and on the sink that are very lightly there. And why don't you give me a mysticism check, please?
Yeah, just wanted to ask if I can decipher them.
Yeah.
All right, mysticism.
It's been a while since we rolled this.
Did I roll actually now? Or
I may have, remember, it prompts you for the modifier, I think.
I know, hang on. Yeah, there it is.
Okay. No, oh my God. Awesome. Okay, so so you look at this thing. This is a minor conjuration enchantment. And this is, you've seen this before, like, you know, people who are, technomancers or mystics who want to kind of improve their quality of life will often enchant small things. So there is, that there is you speak Aslanti now too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. There's an Aslanti word that means, let's think here, it'll be the Aslanti word for it'll be for slave.
All right.
So do you say that out loud? That seems to be the trigger word for this conjuration effect. Now, before you make the decision, let me just quickly load up the Thermotrod token again. I mean,
all right.
So what are you doing, Zakros? As Cat sort of steps backwards towards the door.
I mean, you know,
actually,
with a roll
actually-
that well, you know that this is basically it's going to summon some kind of like helper thing.
So you need
If
a
you
little
want.
help with plumbing. I could offer my hammer.
I tell the others that there's an enchantment in the kitchen here, and if you say this word, which means slave, then probably there will be a helper summoned who does something. Will we try it out or leave it as it is?
Is it going to attack anyone that isn't Aslanti?
It
Probably.
doesn't. It
Probably.
Well, maybe we could free it then, if it's enslaved.
Oh, guys, sorry, I just lost everyone's cameras. Would you guys mind just clicking on reconnect just to?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay, and everybody's back. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, you can see that that's there. Apart from that, there's nothing else of particular interest in here.
We have the whole map, don't we? Because
Yes.
I have still the fog of war on. I only see the kitchen there.
Oh, do you? Hold up. Let me. Let's see here. Did I can turn that off? Let's see. Boom. How's that, guys?
Nothing changed.
Let's do this. Room. Room.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it works.
Nice.
Great.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean that's in there. I'll let you think about whether you want to say that word or not, and then there's nothing in the mess that's of particular interest, which is this room right there. In the supply room, the supply room includes a pulse caster rifle, 2 auto target rifles, 6 batteries, 2 high capacity batteries. I'll type this stuff in chat so you guys can pick through it. 8 personal comm units, a set of manacles, 200 feet of titanium alloy cable line, and an engineering specialty toolkit specialized in weaponsmithing. There's also a bandolier with 3 incendiary grenades. 1. So wow, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, it's a better toolkit than I've got. Because I've got just a generic engineering one and not a weapons one, even though that is my profession. Bit of a cliche for a drow in this universe.
And I'll bet you we can find stats for that stuff in the compendium, in the online compendium.
Ah, yeah, that might be, yeah.
And I'll keep typing here. Just got to turn the page. Titanium alloy cable line. With 3 incendiary grenades. Okay, so that's a pretty sweet haul there, guys. And I think that's let's see, is there anything in the barracks? There's just
well, we've got their personal rifles, which I think they're probably handing out to the resistance.
Yeah, it's a few personal items like valuables stolen from slain colonists or pictures of grinning cadets posing over gruesome kills. So there's not these things are kind of, the cadets, you're feeling a little less bad about killing, I guess, a whole bunch of these guys because they do seem to be a pretty horrific bunch.
Yeah, I was just thinking we could put anything in the ship. I mean, we don't know when it will come in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we could probably leave 4 of the comm units with the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we already have a comm unit, I think most of us. But it's always nice to have a backup.
Yeah. So an auto target rifle is a 2nd level weapon. Where's your manacles? Oh, there's 2. So auto target rifles are 2nd level things that do 1d6 piercing damage, and they are automatic. And what's the other one? Pulsecaster rifle. Pulsecaster rifle is a 1st level stun thing. Does 1d6 energy damage with 40 charges. Yeah, batteries and high capacity batteries. I think that's the only stuff that might be of interest to look. Oh, and the specialty toolkit. Let's see here. Let's see what that does. Not augmentation. Not a computer. Not a magic item. Isn't it exciting to hear what it isn't, guys? I guess this makes there some riveting gameplay. Toolkit, here we go. So a specialty toolkit grants +4
Cool.
to rolls. Pretty cool. Oh, forgive me. No, engineering specialty toolkits grant +2 to those specific skills. So weaponsmithing kit gives you +2 to repair weapons.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'll take that one if no one objects.
Yep. Take it.
Okay.
I think I should take one of these auto target rifles, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just in case. What about the incendiary grenades, guys? Anybody want to spread those around?
Yeah, if we've got some of the stickies and the incendiaries, yeah. Who's actually... Well, if the 3 of us take one, I'll assume Tom doesn't. Susie's Taylor and Charlie.
Yeah, I think for Wilden it's too complicated. Just
all right. Well, Tom can have the 3rd then.
Yeah.
There were no bullets lying around.
Oh, nice.
But what? Can I have a battery, please?
Yeah.
So the what do you call it? The compendium actually does have all the weapons, all this gear listed there too.
I think all the projectile weapons use the same ammo, so we can take the mags from the actual.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll make a note of who took what.
Okay. All right. So everyone took one of those. What about the cable line, the 200 feet of alloy cable or titanium alloy line? Anybody want that?
Yeah, we take it in the ship. I mean, alloy is probably something we can sell.
I think that's basically the sci-fi equivalent of rope, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we take it with us in case we have to do any climbing, getting into the wreck.
I think it's pretty tough for wrapping people up too if you're taking any prisoners. Although I guess Voldan, that's maybe rule.
That you think of?
That's rule 117 of the Vescarium manual.
Yeah. Prisoners? What are prisoners? I don't understand.
Also, war crimes. What are war crimes? Okay, so let's hear it. It's on page.
I'm thinking about it. Could we can we recharge the batteries at the colony? Do they have a recharging station?
They might. I don't know if can batteries be recharged. I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, they can, and
They can? Yeah.
Tom can actually recharge them.
Oh, yeah, right. He's
Yeah.
got a spell that does that, right?
All right. Well, I think we've got enough to be going on with, but just when we
Okay.
get some time, we can like. So Ingolf, you took a battery and a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I took the auto target rifle. I don't know why I took a battery. I mean, I just.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Was Zakros? Did you want a battery then?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I wrote it down already.
Okay. So you guys have grabbed your gear. Do anything else you guys want to do before you set out to the try and find the Royal Venture?
Well, I think we dish out some of the food, and because the colonists presumably have been a bit on short rations.
Yeah.
So that at least we can have a bit of a celebration that night, and then get a good night's rest.
Sure. So Madelon will help you deal with that.
We could finish off the Aeon Guard, which is standing next to the garrison.
Maybe your DM who doesn't want to have to delete and reset up a token again. So. All right. So page 148. Nice. So these what do you call it? I got these are the what do you call it? Rules reference cards.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
They're already proving to be a little helpful because I was trying to look something up to see, and it's got a specific reference to the page. Great. Who's trained in survival, guys?
Me, I suppose.
I thought so. Yeah. My Voldan, it's your time to shine. What is your bonus to survival?
I think +1 or something. Wait a minute.
Nice.
No, it's 4. So.
Holy smokes! Okay, let's see. Here.
Should I have a roll or?
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Nat 20. Nice.
Very good.
Okay, so I think what you not only do you are you able to, let's go to the map of what do you call it? Nacondas in general and talk about what's going on here. Okay, so we've got those other little dots that are marked there. The landing spot for, here we go. I'm going to make it bright blue here. Oh, I already have the other one's bright blue. Let's make this vibrant blue. So the place where the there we go, boom, where that blue new blue dot is there, guys. That is where the Royal Venture is. So Voldan, you're sort of studying the the map, and you can see that it's a lot of like up and down and rolling terrain, and it's that thick forest, and there's the issue with the electronic interference that continually, flows over Nacondas. But you're not only are you able to, to keep you guys clear, or you're able to get yourself to the Royal Venture without really serious issue, without getting lost, without getting whatever. You actually also navigate past. It turns out that there's more horrible shit to be found. And when the storms roll in on Nacondas and the lightning and whatnot plays in the skies, there's effectively like, imagine kind of like furry pterodactyl things that fly around and kind of, both absorb and shoot out lightning stuff. You pick up a patch of those things and you navigate well around it. So you can picture you're sort of, looking through electro binoculars kind of thing, and you see these things flying almost like they're playing through the sky and shooting these lightning bolts out at each other in kind of like a playful sort of way, or electricity between them. And you shake your head and you're quite glad that you navigated around those and did not have to face them. So talk to me about what your plans are. You guys would have had ample amounts of time to discuss how you're going to approach this thing. What's the sort of way of approaching this fallen, what do you call this fallen crash site?
How loud is the trike?
It's a kind of jalopy, so it's not. It's loud. I mean, it's not like helicopter loud where like you know everyone within 2 miles is going to hear it, but I mean it's you know,
I think
pulling
maybe
up.
park it a couple of miles away and walk in.
Yeah. I
Because
think
we've hacked into their comnet, so we can listen in to see if there's any radio traffic as well.
Okay.
In fact, I'll do that while we're driving. I assume.
So the one thing
is
you found is that they've actually, since you guys seized the garrison, you haven't heard any further chatter on the channel.
okay. Well, I'll keep it on in the background just to.
Sure. Okay. So you guys land not far away. Let's do my absolute favorite thing, which is random encounters. Okay. Fortunately, your DM gets no fun today, so there's no random encounters. You guys make your way along on eyes, your eyes peeled for those lightning beasts, for the hobgars, but you're able to actually approach the crash site without any other issues. And let's take a look at that illustration of the ship as well too, and talk about what you see here. So the large, what you guys find making your way through, I think that's a great way of seeing what Necondus looks like on the surface as well too. There's that kind of looks like there's a waterfall in the background too, so you can kind of imagine this. Oh wait, you don't have to imagine. I can, but where is
I must admit, for those of us that have watched a lot of Stargate, that looks awfully familiar Seattle type.
Yeah, totally. That's actually pretty close. Like that's about, I could drive 40 minutes and get into that. I mean, not the Starship, but there we go. So that's what you hear in the background, guys. That's sort of what, for those listening at home, hopefully next session we'll be able to share the audio with you guys as well too. But what they're hearing is the sounds of the life that teems in the forests of Necondus. You can hear birds, and you can hear, the sound of waterfall or water falling in the background as well. And what you can see is that a large starship appears to have crashed many, many years ago in this clearing. And to the point that it now resembles an overgrown hill. Only a few crumpled exhaust ports and a rear stabilizing fin jut from the ground, indicating that the bulk of the vessel must now be underground. The visible portions of the ship are all heavily weathered and corroded, except for a hatch between the exhaust ports and the fin. The hatch is currently open, and inside of the hatch gleams with the shine of polished metal. Clearly, the interior of the ship is in better shape than its weathered and overgrown exterior. So let's take a look at what you guys actually see here. So that's sort of what you guys are seeing as you approach.
All right.
Now, the door or the hatch leading in, I think you can. Oh, the door is open. Give me a sec. I'll open the. Get rid of that hatch. Boom. That's what you see, guys.
Okay.
Now, what you do see. Actually, would you guys all give me a perception check, please? Nice. Okay.
Can I have done this from a little further away with the binoculars, or are we just doing it?
I'm not sure unless you're flying over the site directly, okay, you're not really going to have an opportunity to get line of sight on it.
All right, it's that.
Oh. Okay. Well, so Vuldan, maybe unsurprisingly, does not notice this. But well, I guess here's the thing you see, Vuldan, is you're looking and you're like, it's not guarded. And then that's when Zakros kind of taps on your armor shoulder, and he points, and kind of hidden in the bushes, not even so much hidden, but like fallen in amongst the thick overgrowth of vegetation that's grown around the wreckage over the years. There's a fallen body of an Aeon guardsman
Where in the bushes here to the right?
right near here, like basically under the.
Oh,
Yeah, because the area immediately around there is it's still got grass and small little smaller weeds and things like that have grown up. This is just like thick, actual full-on trees that have grown there, and then this is the massive cliff face that this ship seems to have smashed into.
so I tip back to Zakras. Do you think he killed himself?
I doubt it. I doubt it highly.
Well, I'm going to go and have a look at the body then and see what killed him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you cover the door, I'll go and check the body out.
Okay, I will point my automatic rifle.
Nice. Okay, and
So I'm going to walk over
sure.
here. So, and then to the body. So I assume that's about here.
No, it's
JT,
here.
what is your
Here
what is
is
your
body? You're moving in the wrong direction. The body is here.
Oh, no, I thought it was in the trees.
no?
But there seems to be trees below also the wing or something.
Oh, right. So it was down here. Okay.
Yeah, it's right.
Okay.
Okay. So you move up there. Zakros, you're moving up with him?
Yeah. Curious.
Okay, I've got
Okay.
my gun out as well.
Okay. One sec here, guys. Okay. Zakros?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unfortunately, you. So you're walking along,
Yeah.
and
mean,
what I
so
need
John-
all you guys to do is to roll initiative, please. So I did look up the rules for surprise before to make sure that I understood what they were. So they're not. The surprise in this is not nearly as punishing as what it is.
Oh
in,
shit! I did
yeah.
not.
Oh yeah, make sure you're clicking on your token as well. Too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Good point. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Where's my initiative hiding itself?
Okay. Let's roll for initiative here. Yo. Excellent. Okay. So let me reveal what is skittering along the ground here. Go to GM's layer. Ready? Oh, you know what? I think maybe what I'll do is let's do the handout first, because that's going to be a much more interesting thing to look at. So here we are, guys. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
One of those. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Voldan, you are the one who's going to spot this. So you can do either a move or a standard action on your turn this round. Let me go to the GM's layer, because this thing is going to be moving over. And let me add a turn. But you were acting before it.
Shit. Okay, yeah, so...
Now, this thing, to give you a sense of the size of this thing, it's about the size of like... well, it's about 3 feet long. So it's not huge. But I mean, like, as far as this, like, snake is, it's going to be moving its way directly over to Zakros.
Yeah.
And you sort of spot out of the corner of your eye, and you see this thing kind of slitting around along the ground, and that multi-segmented tongue is kind of lashing out from a dagger tooth-filled maw.
Okay. Yeah, so I use my auto-target rifle. It doesn't...
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. So... yeah, this will be a normal attack, I suppose, because I can only do a standard thing.
Okay.
But I think I'm...
Wow. Yeah, okay, so let me think here. That, yeah, so Zakros and JT, you're kind of like, what the fuck? Yeah. And Voldan is still, starts shooting at this thing. Pow, 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 pow. And nice. All right. Now it is the, oh, sorry, I got to put it in order here, guys. Descending. That was Voldan's turn. Now it's this disgusting worm's turn. Oh, yeah, no, unfortunately, this thing is driven by hunger more than anything. So it goes slithering up and kind of launches itself up. It coils up and then launches up to try and get at... oh, no, you know what? Oh, God, this is even worse. Oh, God. So this turns, and you see the whole body kind of shudders along, and there's this disgusting like spasm that reaches its way from the tip of it all the way up, and then it spits out this goop onto Zakros and Voldan. And I need, let's see here,
Reflex.
Ishipovo, yeah, reflex save from each of you guys, please.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, you guys both succeed actually, so that's good. Which means you only take 5 points of acid damage, and you do not take any other damage. Basically, imagine like incredibly sticky, translucent vomit, but that also burns horribly. So you managed to get yourself free, so you're not actually like caught up in this stuff, but it fucking burns for sure. That was its action. Now, JT, so you've heard this. You have a standard action or a move. What would you like to do?
So it's just come around the edge of that dug in.
It's come out of that, like the undergrowth. It was hiding in there.
Yeah.
In the film version of this, we see that that horrible like hammerhead head of this thing. It kind of was like watching you guys as you guys were walking up.
This is disgusting.
Yeah,
I turn around and shoot it. I think that's probably going to...
That's unfortunately not quite good enough. So you're firing at this thing. It's so small, and it's lashing back and forth. It's leaving a disgusting. You can see the goop on its body too. It's leaving this kind of like slimy trail behind too. That's acidically burning the surface. Zakros, what about you? What are you doing?
I tried to shoot it.
Here we go.
With my semi-auto pistol.
Okay. Here we go. Boom! Nat 1! I told the guys before we went live, you're so happy when I found my fumble dice. Oh, gosh. All right, so let's do a fumble deck. Boom, here we go. That was kinetic, right?
Yeah.
So you fire, and whatever round you were firing, it backfires, and it creates a dust cloud on you that acts as a smoke grenade centered on you. What's the radius for smoke grenade?
5 foot.
Full size one. It's hang on, I've got the. Oh, I think I accidentally put it on the screen.
Yeah, you guys actually know what? I think it came up in the last couple of sessions.
Yeah.
Someone posted that stuff.
We can just search this thing here. Smoke grenade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There we go. I'll let you guys, and you can tell me what. I'll just I'm going to create this for now. Boom. So there's the square that is covered there, guys. I guess I could have picked a better color than that. What a dummy.
So is it really the full foot? So it's 20 foot radius. So everyone of in.
What, from a 9mm cartridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, apparently all of that stuff. Something went very, very wrong there. Okay, so
Coming through the gap, they haven't really sorted out how to build weapons properly yet.
Yeah.
What the hell? Where did you get the bullets from?
This is the equivalent of like the.
Well, I think we're using the bullets from those guys in the corner shop.
No,
guys,
bodega.
Yeah,
so they were probably really cheap.
I got them from you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, guys. I grabbed the concealment beforehand.
Yeah. So, but Zakros, that was a good strategy. Good strategy. Can't see you. Yeah. That's great strategy.
Yeah, we now have to save.
As far as you guys know, someone set off a smoke grenade here. So there's this thing going on. All right. So then we're at top of the round, and you have a full round of actions now.
Yeah. So I would drop my auto thing and just switch to the hammer move closer and strike this thing.
Okay. So you come rushing out of the smoke cloud. Now, hold on. There's an action for when you're in the smoke cloud, though, isn't there?
Yeah, to save versus Fortitude, I think.
Really?
Did we get the?
Yeah, I think that was the reason we were using smoke grenades. Each character who inhales smoke must succeed a fort saving throw each round.
Okay.
So you need a fort saving throw of 15.
Can you not just close your helmet?
I think you still started. You would start at least one round with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, then.
Fortunately, fort thing must be your forte. Yeah. But
I'd also fully move out of the cloud.
Yeah, so I could just move out of the cloud, but that.
Well, you would have started your round though in it, so I'm gonna.
But you don't want to remain in it any longer than you have to.
Okay.
Oh no! Shit. Okay, so you failed. You spent that round coughing and choking, and you can do nothing else. So if you spend a Nova point, I'll let you seal your armor.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I should do that. So I would. Okay, so in that case, I would just, as I said, move next to this thing and hit it with my hammer.
Sure. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Yeah, I get a +2 bonus because this is this hit and run thing.
Yes, nice.
But it's not in the roll, so we will have.
Oh shit! Nice. Okay, so that is bam! You slam into this thing. It's not pleased. So then it is the gross pukey snake thing turn. Let's see here. So the countdown is to when it can do that puke thing again. Now, you hit it, and then it sort of slithers on the around on the ground, and then leaps up trying to get you. 15 KAC. Does that hit or is that?
No, I have 16 actually.
Nice. So yeah, it misses you. It tries to leap onto you, but you knock it aside. JT, I need a fort save from you, please.
Oh dear.
Oh, is that not good? That doesn't. Oh no. So you likewise are choking, unless you want to spend a Nova point to activate.
Yeah, I think I had one left. I think I am going. I'm going to hit the button to close the. So
remember,
is that
you guys start
action or a
you lose? Action? You lose your Nova points at the end of the round, or then end of each session. You start your session with one each.
One. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I closed. So is that a swift action or standard action?
I'll say it's a swift action to activate that.
Right, swift action, close that, and then I'm going to effectively. How high is that wing up there? In front of me?
It's probably. I think it's probably about 10 feet. Like it looked quite high when it was in the illustration.
All right, so I was going to try and jump up and then shoot down on it.
You guys don't have a grappling hook yet, do you?
Yeah. No. Okay. Cat's going to effectively take a short run up and effectively try and acrobatically pull himself up, parkour style, on top of the wing.
Sure. Give me, I guess, an athletics check, please.
Is it?
Okay, not acrobatics.
Oh, is it acrobatics? Okay.
Well, that's what I was sort of imagining it. He's sort of running up and trying to leap over it. I'll do either.
Well, what is jumping? I actually don't know.
I think athletics is more the brute strength.
I could be it's remembering from other games, because I think jumping was always athletics in other games. But let's see here. Yumping.
You can, with acrobatics, you can balance, you can escape, fly, hover, tumble.
136. Jumping is athletics.
All right.
And athletics.
Oh, well, cat commits to it and then suddenly realises that maybe he should have.
Well, what a
sorry,
wasted roll. Shoot.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll use that nat 20. So that we'll use the nat 20.
Okay, well, effectively it would be 4 less, so it's 24.
That's
with
fine.
a nat
Yeah.
20.
So you easily jump up and you pull yourself up onto the wing, and with a nat 20, you can move yourself to the edge of the wing to look down at it if you want to. I think you're like that's it for your actions this round, but you will be able to shoot down at it.
Yeah, effectively, I am threatening it, so I would be flanking. So.
Yeah. Okay, Zakros. First, a fort save for me, please.
Yes. My
Next thing I'm working on is my cybernetic lungs.
Yes, definitely.
15. Good enough. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, but I move out the cloud.
Yep.
To here, and then I try to shoot at it again.
You're firing through that much smoke. I think that you might not have line of sight.
Okay.
Yeah. Like.
Then I
would have known that. So
yeah, then I went under the wing. Yeah, there is room.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, works for me.
Kind
Go
of,
ahead.
Yeah. And
nice. Kill this thing.
I try. All right. Is my pistol still working, or is it broken now?
That was a more than enough penalty. I think it's not jammed and that
okay.
It's yeah.
11.
Not quite good enough. No. Okay.
6 rounds actually. Okay.
Okay. So then it is end of the round. Top of the round, we are with Vuldan. Vuldan,
so
what are you doing?
A flanking bonus now, I suppose.
No, because I mean, JT is 10 feet up, so he's not flanking.
Oh, okay.
Remember, the wing's 10 feet up, so
I'm just run under the wing then. Okay.
Yeah.
I just look cool.
Yeah. So this would be probably only 1 hit, but nevertheless.
But it does mean I'm not blocking Zakros' shots.
You're definitely not. No. Okay.
So I hit it for 6.
Nice. Bam. Bam. All right. So this thing, you batter it to the ground as it tries to get up at you. Now it is its turn. So it has decided that you are not a tasty meal. You are a giant pain in the ass. So it is making a... it's drawing a thing by accident. It emits smoke. No, it's gonna move take a step back, and then it books for the cover again. Oh no, it can burrow. I didn't realize. It gets over here, and then it kind of digs down into the ground. So it burrows underneath, and it is gone for the moment. So. Geez, I'll let that smoke clear now. What are you guys doing?
So what have you done in the fight? I'm just asking.
Who?
Yeah, you and Kat. Have you done anything? I don't know.
I shot it.
Yeah, I made a smoke. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was a good strategy. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was trying to do with the cadets when we trapped them. Because if you keep getting it wrong, you keep getting worse and worse. They are a bit overpowered, I think, first level. Yeah. But okay.
Probably we should storm this thing now because now they know we are here.
Yeah. Let's get inside. I think.
Okay. 1 sec, guys. Before we do that, I want to check one thing here.
Presumably, Tom has been keeping an eye on the door, so make sure no one runs out.
Anybody trained in life science?
Let me have a look.
No.
My multitudinous skills.
No.
I'm not trained in it yet.
Not trained. Okay. So,
oh no, I have a rank in it. I do.
Okay. Would you give me a life science check, please?
It's a nasty blue worm that spits things. Stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think
but I will take a photograph of it for later.
We can take a photo of the hole at this point.
Oh, sorry.
So-
Yeah. Yeah. I assume we help Voldan wash himself down.
You
Get
know
rid of
what?
the-
An 11 is actually good enough. And I think this is something that you might find on Apostate too, because of the burrowing.
Mm.
So this is a synapse worm. These are nasty little shits that that puke that they covered you with. It also has a like basically an anesthetic quality to it. So if you were ambushed by that thing, you know, and it did the combo of the anesthetic and then its bite, you know, that is not something you hear horror stories from on Apostate of people being found with these tiny little, you know, chunks taken out of them and burn marks from acid.
Okay, well, I'll relay that to the others then.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how the dead guy below the wing looks like.
Presumably, because he was just down there, wasn't he? So if I, it's about here, wasn't it?
If you drop down and you kind of kick the body over, and it is.
I can do a medicine check if you need, but is it?
No. This will be like evident to anyone looking at this. What you can see is that there is it's a female Aeon cadet whose throat has been torn out, and you can tell that it was, you know, having seen the synapse worm now, it was done by several incredibly sharp objects. So there's little tear marks at her throat. It does look like, you know, from the pale look on her face, I mean, it looks like she exsanguinated several hours ago.
All right. Yeah. Okay. She got any ammo or anything else on
her? She does not. She's got basically the same. Oh, hold on. She actually would have. One sec here. So you guys are scrounging for ammo. 12 long arm rounds.
Okay. Well, that will go in the auto target. So
yeah. Okay. So maybe you like pick up and you toss over another clip to Voldan, and you've got that now. Okay.
I'm looking at this. I pick up my weapon. So.
Okay.
Makes
nice.
sense.
Yeah, you walk over. All right. So guys, what you can go ahead and maneuver yourself over to look into that corridor if you like.
Yeah. Oh. So it's a corridor. Still a corridor. So I think I'm going first just because I know you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cat, back up.
By which I mean you're a bunch of yellow-bellied cowards. Okay, so
I'm still keeping my armor buttoned up at this point, by the way.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So what you see here, guys, is that this sleek, and let's I do like this function here. There we go. So you can see what the viewers at home now see, precisely what you guys see. So the sleek hallway is well lit by gold-trimmed sconces and the blinking lights of a wall-mounted terminal near the exterior hatch to the west. The east end of the hall is crushed and collapsed, leaving only a doorway and an alcove to the southwest, and then another doorway in the center of the southern wall. That's right down here and right over here.
Okay, well, Cat's going to effectively run across to there.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of tumbling across that gap.
Yeah, could we just, for the moment, this thing below Vuldan, this is some kind of remnant?
Yeah, do you want me to have a look at it?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
JT, you can hear kind of a boom, boom, boom. Something's bumping up against the door here.
Okay.
Bump.
Maybe we'll get Tom to have a look at that terminal while we...
Tom? Tom isn't here.
Yeah, Tom, his token's there, but we've left Tom behind.
All right. Okay, so he's
Tom's
just watching
the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zagros probably can look at this thing on the ground, and I move here and give you cover, and you can have a look at the terminal, JT.
Yeah. Okay. I was saying there's something banging against that door, so don't let that out until we've had a look.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. I'll get out my hacking kit and plug it into the terminal.
Well, there's no. What you can tell is that There's not sufficient power that's going to this. It's to open the door down here. You like this place is a mess, so you're not able to access everything all at once here.
Mm-hmm.
The terminal here, what you find. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. When you activate it, and it's relatively easy. There's this. Okay, great. So you tap on the display, and then there's this. It sort of flares up, and you can see the symbols of in the Aslanti alphabet that go across it. And then there's a in front. There's basically like a small holographic head of an Aslanti. It looks like Aslanti with the angular features and the kind of widow's peak and the hair going back. It kind of appears and looks back and forth, and it says in Aslanti, yes. Who are you?
Who are you?
Okay, I'll respond in Aslanti. You appear to have crashed with the emergency responders.
And he's
Give us a situation report.
His whole face is sort of made up in like flowing kind of blue glyphs. And I'm sorry, what'd you say there, Mo?
You appear to have crashed. We are the emergency first aid responders. Give me a situation report, please. I'll try to do that in a more formal, military style.
It looks at you and kind of it does this sort of up and down. Unauthorized user. And it says it with that tone as well, too. Now you think you because you've got in here, you think maybe you could hack this to change its access privileges.
Okay, well, we'll try that then.
Sure, give me a computer's check, please.
Okay, with the kit. So that is +2, isn't it, with the hacking kit?
Yep. Ooh.
So,
and it kind of twitches. What are you trying to do? Unauthorized user and unauthorized attempt at access. Activating defense protocols. And there's little like red glyphs that are going across its eyes.
Okay, Cat says something in presumably the others wouldn't know is in Drow.
You can try again if you like.
Okay, I'll say to the others, well, that was a bit of a bust. I'm going to try again. Get ready for something weird to happen.
A self-destruct would probably be a nice thing to activate.
Yeah, adventure.
Nice, nat 20.
Oh,
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's this way round.
Yeah.
Ancient technology.
So it's saying again in in Aslanti, unauthorized user. Welcome aboard the Royal Venture. My name is Eliok. How might I assist you? And it's in Aslanti as well, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll repeat what I said. You appear to have crashed. We're a rescue party. Are there any living bodies on board? And can you give us a situation report? Situation.
The Royal Venture was the personal vessel of Perept Amiondria of the glorious Aslanti Star Empire. Perept Amiondria has passed. Her complement of engineers and crew deceased. But detecting other Aslanti on board and other life forms. Kind of glitches for a moment.
All right. While JT is talking to the board computer, I try to investigate what's behind him on the ground.
What you can find. Give me a sec here, guys. I'm going to give you... Where is it? Where is it? Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So what Eliok is able to do is provide you with schematics.
Yeah.
I will download that to my data pad.
There you are, guys. And this displays. Now, let's talk about what, it might be easier if I just do this. One sec here. I will, just for the sake of ease. And where is it here? I'm going to create a thing here so I can just ping on certain places and we can talk about what each room is as you're talking to Eliok. Layer, map layer. I'll bring you over here, guys. Boom. So here's the display that shows up. So you guys are currently here.
It's
all
still
black.
fog of war. Yeah.
Let's just hold on. Clear your eyes. All right, now. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are currently here. Eliok displays, in Aslanti, there's sort of like, you can picture this sort of shows up as a hologram, and then little like lines come up with, little indications of what each of the things are. This is obviously the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
This, going back here, this is the washroom.
Oh yeah.
This is the crew quarters. This here is the galley. Right here is the med bay. This is the cargo hold, or rather was, before suffering catastrophic damage. This, it was the Parept's chamber. That was her quarters. This was the technomagical lab. This was the engine room. And the rest were just walkways to lead throughout the vessel. There were lower quarters before. They no longer exist. So that is the layout that he displays. There are Aslanti life signs here, here, and here. There are, actually, and that's it, I think, that it's able to detect.
Okay. I'll send the map over to everyone's comm unit.
Mhm.
Sure.
I'm going to suggest we go into the engine room first because I'd like to check out this drive and then move forward to the bridge.
Eliok says, "Is there anything else I can assist with?" Glory to the Aslanti Star Empire.
I'll effectively try and override it and set a password so that only we can use it.
Can it lock all the doors? And then we only unlock the ones we are going into?
Attempt. Unsuccessful.
Okay.
Catastrophic
Does that map
power
actually
loss.
show? Okay. Does it show whether the doors are open or locked on the map?
Unable to detect. What it's showing you is what this place was,
Okay, it's probably broken down.
Yeah.
Okay. I will thank it and say we will attempt to rescue the Aslanti.
Okay. Now you want to try and set the. Well, you roll a nat 20. I'll let you do that. I'll let you. You can set it so that, and then they'll have to do work to re-access it again. Okay. All right. So you've set it again, and now, if you want, do you want to change the language it speaks so that Voldan can understand as well?
Yeah, I think that might be a bit too obvious. Someone's been doing stuff. If it just suddenly stops letting them in for a 1,000-year-old crashed spaceship,
Okay.
Yeah, I think changing it to common might be a bit.
Okay.
So I'm going to suggest we go south into the engine room.
Let's go
Yeah,
back.
could you just, for instance, override the life support to make it hotter in here?
Non-functional.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Royal Venture is is an experimental vessel, complete with the rune drive.
Ooh, can I get it to download the specs of the rune drive into my data pad?
The rune drive is the specs are no longer accessible. Catastrophic damage to core hard drive.
Okay. I think we need to go to that southern door.
Okay. So
I think there's something loose in that technomagical lab that we maybe don't want to go near just yet.
Boom.
Because we can hear banging from that other door.
Okay.
Yep.
So this door has it appears stuck. So what you guys have the choice of is you can try and make an engineering check to try and like release the latches and push it aside, or you can just use raw strength. The strength DC is actually quite low.
Could we just in case? So below JT, there is an image of something which we still don't know what it is.
No, that's the console, I think, isn't it?
That is the console. Yes.
That was the console.
Yeah.
It looks
This
like
is-
a
can
dead
picture this-
worm or something.
No, this is sort of like a Baroque kind of.
Okay.
So this
I
is
see.
a noble's vessel.
I see.
Oh, actually, you know what, Zachros, would you give me a culture check, please?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean maybe just the way that Eliok is describing the precept that you would take that to be a title in the same way there was that other word that you heard that was Sardat.
Yeah, that was
From
part of the
before?
title of the.
Yeah. Okay. So, how do you guys want to try and open this door then? With raw strength, or you want to try and kind of, disable the mechanism?
Well, I can give it a go. I'll put my hacking toolkit away.
Yep. Get your engineering kit out.
Engineering kit, and I'll have a fiddle at the lock or the.
Now, do you have a regular engineering kit?
I had a hacking and an engineering one. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, perfect. That's all you need then.
And I've also got that weapon specialist one, which I probably left
So the weapon
behind.
specialist one can only be used for that, but it grants you a +2. If you don't have an engineering kit, you take -2 to your roll.
Yeah.
So
this is the basic engineering set. I've left the weapons one behind.
Yeah.
Because that's more for.
You guys can feel free to position yourselves where you want to when this door comes open. JT's gonna have
maybe stand back a bit in case something opens.
No, you
comes out.
can't work from it from the end of a pole. You got to be next to it.
I mean, Volden and Zakros stand back a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So is that you guys are good with where you are?
No, I am.
No.
So just in case it's trapped and I set something off.
Yeah.
Ready?
Right.
1, 2. And just remember, you chose to go into this room. 3.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, what you see before you, this enormous engine room did not fare well in the ship's crash. Huge turbines are knocked askew, wires hang loose, and red warning lights flare around the room. Most of the room is covered in moss and creeping vines. An area in the eastern end of the room contains 2 doors. The north door up here where you guys were, while the east door is askew in its frame. So this, let me get rid of that there. Boom. What was once a door to the south is now nothing but charred slag. Destroyed in an explosion that seems much more recent than the other damage to the room. Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'm going to carefully step into the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I will follow him.
In fact, I'll move over to this appears to be a table of something, a console or something.
Yeah.
So I'll then look around to see what we can see.
Okay.
Is this room lit up? I mean, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, so there was red warning lights, so probably.
Yeah. Hold up, I'm gonna give. I forgot to change that on the dynamic lighting setting. One sec here. You should have. You should be able to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
I'm
set
just
to-
asking if was the
It
room
is, yeah,
dark.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I did do that ahead of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Then what I need you to do is click on your token and click on initiative, please. Give me a sec here. I just want to check something.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
So
Not the fastest today.
yeah, in the next room, we just open the door and throw a grenade in.
Yeah,
Very good.
I think that's rule 265 of the Vescarium Handbook. Okay, so oh man. All right, let me get to the proper layer here. All right. So, guys, what happens here is that you guys hear, as you're stepping in, and unfortunately you hear it too late, but hear the flapping of something with enough time to look up. And what you see, guys, is this. 2 of these things come down. These things are about the size of what the synapse worm were, but they're very, very different.
Okay.
And I'll show you where they are here.
Is it okay if I close the door?
Shit! Okay, so this one goes down to here, and then there's this burst of electricity that goes out from it. Can I get Vuldan? Oh, and Zakros too. All you guys, kindly give me a reflex save, please.
A reflex save.
Yeah.
Huh.
Whoa, nice. I'll give you a +2 to yours, Zakros, just because of I think you got part cover there. Go! That won't. That will not help. All right, so let's see here. JT, you have that avoidance thing now, right?
Yes.
No
Yes, I do. As I'm second level. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you take no damage. Vuldan, you take 3 points of electricity damage. But Zakros, you take 6 points of electricity damage.
Yes.
And you are staggered.
Okay.
So you can take a single move action or standard action for the next round. And then the second one comes down.
What was that? 6 damage?
6
Yeah.
electricity. Yeah.
Okay.
And then this one hits there, and again, lightning shoots out. Can you guys each give me? I think actually, Zakros, you're not hit by this one. It'll only be JT and Vuldan. So another reflex save, please. All right. Yeah. Vuldan, no problem. And JT, yeah, no problem. Great. Okay, so you take no damage. Vuldan, you take 2 points of electricity damage. And then it is JT's turn. You get this is a surprise round again because these things are quite sneaky. So a standard action or a move action. What do you want to do?
It's not JT's. It's JT's round.
Yeah, JT, what are you doing?
Yeah. Standard action, remove it. I'm going to take a guarded move. So 5.
Okay, you can't move through that panel, but you can move.
No, I'm moving diagonally.
No, you can't move through that panel.
Oh.
Yeah, that thing's solid.
Oh no, I was moving diagonally through it.
You can't move through it. It's solid.
Oh, so okay. Oh, that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Effectively take. So it's how high is that panel, by the way?
It's at least like 8 feet tall.
Oh right. Oh, in that case, I'm going to go to there.
Well, you can't because you were unless you're going to take a tax of opportunity. That's where you were. It was right here.
So I can only take the 5 foot.
Well, I mean, you can take a tax of opportunity if you want. It's just that you, if you're planning on moving that far, that's where you got to do. And remember, you can't take diagonal move around corners.
Yeah. In that case, I'm going to effectively acrobatically tumble to the end there, so I can use the end of that sort of pillar as a cover.
Let's see here. So to avoid, I can't remember how acrobatics and attack.
There is a DC based on them, I think.
Okay.
I've never had to.
Is it 15 plus their DC?
That would sound like the normal one.
Okay.
Acrobatics
tumble. 15 plus, 1.5 times the opponent's CR.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a reflex or acrobatics check, please.
Oops.
Oh! All right. So let's see. We got 2 of those big nasty jaws coming down at you. Oh no, it's a tail slap. That barbed tail. Fucking nat 20. Jeez. All right.
I was obviously getting overconfident with dodging that.
All right.
Okay.
So this is off. Let's see here. You take double damage means you're going to take. Let's see here. 14 points of bludgeoning damage from this hitting you. A crit strike also triggers. Oh man. You see electricity from some of your gear, like your hacking kit and your weapon is traveling up into this thing, which appears to be recharging its one of its abilities.
Well, it's called Electrovore.
Yes, and you are hit. You are shaken for 1 round. So you're just—it's a fear effect, and you can make a will save to try and negate that.
Okay.
Give me a will save. Let's see if you can. And I think it's just that this thing stunned you so like you thought you were a lot faster than it, and it fucking hammers you, and you kind of No. Okay, so you're shaken. -2 to basically all checks, skill checks, attack rolls, saving throws. And you did take 14 points of damage as well, too. Now it's the second attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm deep into my hit points at this point.
Okay. Let's see here. You know what? I think that I'm going to give you cover, though, because it's kind of attacking around the corner there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 17, and you'll have +2 to your AC. Does that hit your KAC?
My KAC should be 15.
Is that with the +2?
17 with the +2.
So it just barely hits you. And you take another 5 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
19 points of damage so far. Yowza.
So that's 10. So that's 9 left. Hang on.
Okay. So that was that was your aborted attempt to try and get out of there. You're still going to be able to move, so go ahead and finish your tumble. Just you got whacked while you were doing that. Oof. Okay.
Hang on. -9.
Voldan, your turn. What are you doing?
Yeah, so those things, well, I think I have my rifle. I just use my second hand and let so the rifle normally have in two hands. So I drop the rifle or let it just fall out of my hands and just use my claws on the thing below because.
You can take a swift action on your what do you call it? Yeah, on your turn. So if you is it a swift action to get?
Yeah, but you just told we could only have a standard action, so I can.
Right. But you're also allowed to take, like, this is on surprise rounds. Surprise rounds, you're still allowed to take a swift action, but I'm just looking now, and that's not readying a weapon, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, Jessica, you can take the free manipulate an item when you're moving, but okay, so your claws. Go ahead and make your claws attacks.
Yeah, that makes.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know.
It's very close, very, very close. But unfortunately not, you kind of come super close to getting it. It's still kind of flapping around, hovering in the air.
Yeah.
That's my role playing as an Electrovore.
Yeah.
All right. Zachary, your turn. You're seeing all this fucking chaos going on in there. What are you doing?
Yeah, as I see how dangerous these creatures are, I cast Mind Trust, so I will fry one of the creatures' brain.
Mm-hmm.
So the creature gets a will saving throw against 14.
Will saving throw against 14. Its will's not good. Fail.
Okay. Damage roll is. Hang on. This is.
Go.
Hang on. I have to type it in here, unfortunately. Sure. It gets 15 damage. The one that hurt. Actually, I can only see the one at Vuldan.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's huge.
Yeah.
So it. This is where like the spirits kind of whisper and scream in its ear, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like there's this ghost of vengeance flying into the creature's brain and tries to wither the brain. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge. You can see like there's spittle and kind of electric blood that's flying out of this thing. That was a massive hit on it. Okay. Now, we are at, let's see here. I think top of the round.
How long does the staggered condition stay?
Only that one round.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll be recovered at the top of the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then it is top of the round. These things. Okay, now. Shoot, he can still do it. So the one that got the crit hit, it is going to. Let's see here. Yeah, it's going to release its electrical discharge again. So this one here, which means I need JT and Vuldan, or I could take a 5-foot step. Yeah, JT and Vuldan to make checks for me again. Actually, I guess Zakros, you're in range as well, unfortunately. Okay. So everybody give me a reflex save.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give JT and Zakros +2 each to the save.
So it's 13.
Okay, JT
for me, effectively.
Yeah, JT and Tom succeeded. Vuldan did not. So Vuldan, you take 8 points of electricity damage as it flares in this area here. And the other guys and you are staggered, so you're taking either a move or a standard action. The guys who succeeded, you only take 4 points of electricity damage.
Mm-hmm. Or none in my case.
Or none in your case, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one is going to. I'm going to roll randomly and see who is it hungry for. Vuldan, it's hungry for you.
Yeah.
So it lashes forward. It Lashes out with it. I'm gonna stop using that fucking dice because I'm rolling too well with it. Lashes out with its tail, misses. So this one goes at you, and you sort of like bat it aside with your claws. JT, your turn. Holy smokes!
I'm going to shoot the one that attacked me. So that's the one nearest.
The one I'll put a little dot on it. That's the one that that's already been injured. Yeah, it's looking pretty messed up. There's stuff that's oozing from its those suckers that are on the side of its body.
Yeah.
That unfortunately is not quite good enough, though.
No. Well, effectively, I am.
There we go.
I am shaken.
Okay. All right. So that is it for JT. You take a shot, and it's I mean that you took almost all your. You took a lot of damage last round. Voldan, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just I can't grab my weapon because I'm still a little bit confused. So I will just use my claw again.
Yep.
Why not? I
Here we
mean,
go.
and this time I think
So you're gonna kill this thing. What does it look like as you grab hold and kill this?
So is my hand big enough to get around its throat? So
Definitely.
then I would just
So you grab it and kind of, and then its head spurts out blood, and it is dead. There's a little bit of like flashy electrical discharge as it explodes, but nothing that hurts you. It's kind of up your arm, and you throw it to the ground.
Yeah, I think I throw it in the direction of the other one just to make it a little bit.
It's so it's flapping around in the air. Zachros, what are you doing? You full actions this round.
Okay. How hurt are you, JT?
I'm okay for this round, I think.
Okay, for this round. Okay. Then I shoot at the Electrovore, the remaining one.
Nice.
Okay.
And Brent says, kick some Aslanti ass for me. He really should have said kick some Electrovore ass.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
know this thing sort of flapping around in the air and hissing and whatnot. You take careful aim, shot, and it hits it. 3 points of damage. Nice. Okay. Back to Electrovore turn. All right. Well, this thing's not fucking around anymore. It's once again going to try to let out. I need... JT, you're out of range now. You sort of look back as this thing, the bright flare of this electricity goes around, but it doesn't impact you whatsoever. I need Voldan and Zachros to give me another save, and Zachros, you did duck out. You would have had to get a clear shot to be able to shoot this thing, I think, but I'll still give you +2. Nice, Voldan, way to go. Nice. So both of you guys, no one's staggered, and you only take 2 points of electricity damage this time. Okay. Now it is, and actually, I think what it's going to do, it'll take its, it'll flap back one on the end of its turn. JT, what are you doing? So it is behind. It's low down.
So it's completely blocked.
Yeah, from where you are right now.
So I'll see where it went. I'm going to step to there and then shoot at it diagonally.
Okay, I'm going to give it some cover.
Oh, actually, I'm no longer shaken, so...
Go ahead and make your attack roll. I forgot there's the conditions on the character sheets.
Oh, hang on, no. I need to make my operative's trick first.
You can move and do that, right?
I will make the that sort of a panel next to it spark to make it jump.
Yeah, go ahead and give a...
so that is a computers or engineering?
Yeah, go ahead, computers. Nice. Yep. Go ahead and make it
to do my...
Nice.
Oh, right.
And then it's what?
Where's my operative's edge?
1d4 extra damage?
Yeah, I think so. Abilities. Hang on, let me just pull this out.
Okay, well, next up will be Voldan.
Oh, Ah, that was rather empty damage.
Yeah, so I need to.
Yeah, okay, so
So that's a
Nice.
total of 6 damage then.
All right.
so I will grab my hammer, move a step closer, and just hammer this thing. I mean,
Ah!
yeah.
Shit. Wham! You hammer. So this thing, there's that flash from the panel next to it, and it kind of hungrily moves its mouth over towards it. And as it goes in, you're like, yeah! Slam this thing with the with your what is it? Assault hammer, and it's flopping in the air, furious, and you can see electricity sort of running up and down those quills that are on its back. Zakros, your turn. What are you doing?
I move into the room here because and now I take a shot at it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Finish
nice.
it.
I try. Come on. My yeah, now it works. It's okay. 11.
Not quite good enough. A great last shot. I think maybe you stagger in quickly and take a shot just a little bit too soon. All right. So it's turn. Okay, then I think I get one more shot at this. Would Voldan and Zakros each give me a reflex save, please? As again, it pulses out. Zakros. So, Voldan, you succeed. You only take 1 point of electricity damage. Zakros, you unfortunately take 3 points of electricity damage, and you are staggered. But Voldan, you get a chance to make an attack of opportunity, as this thing is going to try and get the F out of dodge.
Okay. Yeah.
See, slam into the side of that panel. It sort of like deked one way and then goes flapping off in the other. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5, 6. So it's gone off down this hallway here, and it's moving at a pretty good clip. All right, that is it. JT, what are you doing?
Let's
see here.
So 10.
Oh, not yet.
I'll then shoot at it.
Okay, go ahead and make attack roll.
Again, I'll try and distract it with the Octave's Edge as part of the movement. Okay. Again, try and make something.
I think, you know what happens is Eliot comes back in. How can I help you? And this thing kind of hisses out at him, and it disrupts the sort of pattern.
Has anyone seen the Mass Effect thing where you come up behind someone and they're effectively doing that, and they're sort of trying to get this computer to talk to them, and the Krogan is just shouting at it.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Hang on, where's my attack?
Oh, nice. All right.
Yes.
So this thing goes, with Eliot, comes up. Well, can I help you? It sort of like flashes, and there's a bit of a disruption. As it goes back, you shoot, and it kind of spurts right through its head, and it drops down to the ground dead. Nice. All right. So Voldan, you look down at this thing and kind of paw at it. Does anybody have training in craft at all? Is that a thing in here, or am I thinking something different?
Craft?
I might be thinking Pathfinder. Let me see here.
I've got a profession.
Let's see here.
So I don't think he's on the sheet, actually. He's got profession armorsmith, so or
armor. Oh, nice. Who has that?
Cat does.
Cat does. Okay, Cat, give me a Are you trained in life sciences?
Yes.
Yep.
His actual profession is gunsmith, basically.
Would you kind of give me a life sciences check, please? Nice. Okay. So you want to hear an upside to this?
Mm-hmm.
With these things, JT, you know what these things are. These are electrovores. They are native to the wild planet of Verlor. They were on the verge of extinction as they increased volcanic activity led to their swampy habitats disappearance, along with the three-headed electric eels that used to provide them sustenance. But when explorers from the Pact world first arrived on Velor 2 decades ago, electrovores were given a new lease on life, and as the travelers came on massive metal vessels coursing with the very nourishment that they sought. So these things have become kind of like the bane of intergalactic travel now. They're kind of like the really, really nasty version of banthas. Or not banthas, what are they called? Mylox. Mylox? Is that what they're called? Anyway, from Star Wars. But what you know as well is that you can make these things, you can make the hide of these things into a specific type of one-handed advanced melee weapon. So you could craft these at your level. You could craft them into static electrovore gloves that do 1d6 of physical and electricity damage. And on a critical hit, they recharge some of the power. And they have a powered capacity of 20.
Mm.
Oh, cool.
And this is
we'll
what
take the bodies back then.
you guys look like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So with these hide, that's what you could craft from them if you were so inclined.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well I'll take those back.
Okay.
And but by the way, if you are an armor smith, why didn't you tell me before?
Well, no, he's an armorer, so technically it's weapons.
Yeah.
But either Tom or I could convert armor for you.
Yeah, that is nice. I just have to find one. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
We can also do the thing of like rounding off the edges and like removing some of the DC, the penalty. There's an upgrade in the armory book. Basically, you just custom fit it. It reduces the penalty by 1.
So you guys are pretty. It looks like everyone's really banged up right now. Those things.
I think we're taking a 10-minute rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
and I will channel Pharasma's holy energy and transform it into positive energy, and everybody gets healed.
Okay. Tell me about whatever security precautions you're taking in this time. So let's take a look and see what you guys can see here. I'm sorry, you can see I'm talking away from the mic. So there's that corridor down there, and you can still hear that boom, boom, boom. But once again, now it's basically all you can hear in the background is Eliok saying, "Can I be of assistance?" in Aslanti.
Okay, can we lock the doors before we take the 10-minute rest?
You're going to need to make another check.
Okay. Well, I'll try and lock the door behind us. Effectively, we can just pull it closed, can't we? Because it was
it's
broken.
You'll need a strength check, or you'll need an engineering check to do that.
All right. Well, let me just quickly see if I can.
So,
close the door behind. Okay. Voldan, do you want to give it some muscle?
Yeah. So you mean I just should break the door? Oh, okay.
JT,
No, just shove it closed.
JT, you're healed completely.
All right. So
I think I can shove it shut.
You pull it aside. So you're sort of like working at the fine mechanics, trying to get this thing to go, and you're like, I can't. Can you shut? Okay, I'll close that off for you.
It seems to me that the door below is also open, but we did not open it.
That one is broken.
All right.
That one is actually it's partly destroyed. Now, as you guys are kind of resting,
basically, I'm gonna hunker down behind that to take my 10-minute rest.
Sure. Okay.
But I'll keep an eye out down that corridor in case anyone comes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
So that's we have hit on for our 10th episode, guys. We have hit one other milestone here. You fought your first enemy that has resolve points of its own.
Mm.
That's the first time we've had something that has
All right.
RP in addition to you. Pretty fun,
this
huh?
thing wakes up again. Okay. Yeah.
All right. So while you're down there too, JT, why don't you give me an engineering check, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you can see is over here. Let me actually, I think there we go. You can see over here, right? This used to be, it looked like it used to be a door. That's not just a like part of the stone wall. That used to be a door that would access further into the hall, but it's completely like slag now. And you're looking at that, and you as you're kind of catching your breath, you get up and you walk over to it, and you're kind of looking around, and just the way that the damage has been done to this thing, it's the power that did this seems to be like an overload, and a relatively recent overload. So this is something, whatever happened here, this is not something that happened when this thing crashed initially, and it's not like a controlled detonation or something like that. Someone was mucking around with the systems in here, and it caused this huge problem of sealing off part of the ship.
Oh,
so
right.
this
Obviously something collapsed down there.
Yeah, so this well, something blew up and fused and like melted this shit to slag. So this could serve as a cautionary tale, perhaps, for mucking around too much with this very, very ancient technology. I think you guys can also recognize this is from the footage that you saw that Sedona shot when she was exploring this. This is where the rune drive was.
Oh, where that slagged area is?
No. In this hangar here overall.
Oh, right. So the stuff literally to behind me, as it were, is like the rune drive?
Yeah, actually, right there. That green kind of thing. It used to be placed there. I think that between the engineering that Kat's got and the mysticism that Zakros has, you guys are able to mix this. It's a piece of hybrid technology. Let's see here. And I think, just your past experience with JT, you've been the ship's engineer. This is really strange. Like it's completely foreign to any kind of technology that you've been exposed to. And it's not because you guys don't make good enough rolls. It's because this is a unique piece of hybrid technology.
Does it look like it's physically in place, or does it look like we could move it?
Well, it looks like something has been moved already. The rune drive is gone.
Ah, right. So this is like where it used to be.
Yeah. Well, and you guys also know from reviewing the logs back at the garrison that the rune drive has already been transported off planet.
Oh, I see. Oh,
yeah. The silver needle did that as well.
Okay, you hear Kat say something under his breath in Drow.
Nice.
Right, so I assume we've taken a 10-minute rest, so onwards, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to face whatever's banging in there, but I think if we go down that corridor with a broken door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just make a note of
let's just take a 2-minute break, guys. I do need to run to the old man bladder strikes again, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. While we're having the break, I did look at the ship design as we've been discussing. So
yeah.
I mean, we could go back to the plasma. I think someone suggested the torpedoes, but the high explosive ones do have a bigger hit. They're 48.
Yeah.
But that would mean we'd have to drop the speed increase.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, we're not exactly the fastest ship, but
yeah,
we'd have gone to from 4 to 6. But we stay on 4 because the ship's engines are the really hungry things on power. But I can email that round after.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm anyway really happy with the Marmot luxury. My God, luxu. I can't say
Luxury
that word.
quarters, yeah, well.
Yeah, luxury quarters. Yeah.
Well, if we are going to be decadent scum to the Aslanti, we ought to live up to it.
Yes.
Um, and one thing I did think, of course, because of the size of the ship, we've effectively got 2 spare quarters, so we have somewhere for Sedona to be when we rescue her.
All right, sorry about that. Oh, actually, Ingolf was struck by Old Man Bladder as well.
Yeah.
Mm. You know, we've had 2 really serious kind of fights in the last a couple of sessions. I really do like how up and down the combats feel.
Mm.
They really do feel like you can get the shit kicked out of you in one, and you're not penalized for the rest of the adventure.
Mm.
That's a cool. I ran a fair amount of the Saga edition of Star Wars, and the trouble with that was that it was if you got the shit kicked out of you in one fight, then you were kind of screwed.
Mm. Is that the one with the different dice, or is that a different one?
No, that's the Fantasy Flight version. That's the most recent one.
Yeah.
I like that one an awful lot, but
yeah, the ship combat doesn't work very well with it, I think we found.
Yeah. It was. It depends. I mean, I've had mixed results on it. I found that the dice mechanic, like once you get to a certain level, and the dice pools got to a certain size, it was just so swingy that you would have no idea what would happen with any given dice roll.
Well, sort of Star Warsy sort of feel to it, really, isn't it?
It is, but I mean, like, there's at least like I really found I actually played in one session or 2 sessions, and I actually found that I'm like I hated that I had no idea how good my character would be. I couldn't even give a range of it because you'd roll a triumph or a despair or whatever else, and suddenly, it felt more like a comical thing than anything, and I didn't enjoy it all that much. Okay, so that corridor there, guys, is it is basically identical to the one you came in. It's got those like lights still going on in the sconces and the side. And then there are 2 doors that appear to be in there.
Yeah, okay.
One door leading up into the techno layer, and then one leading down into the precepts quarters.
So,
okay, we know something's in the one to the north.
Yeah.
And I'd rather not face that until later. So I think the big boss's cabin might be the next step.
Yeah. JT, I mean, so this idea is probably not a joke. Just open the door and throw in a grenade. I mean, just for what it's worth. Or at least keep one in hand. So,
well, yeah, that's probably a good idea. So does someone want to go the other side of the door?
Yeah, I could.
I'll open it and I'll keep a grenade in my other hand. But actually, who's proficient with grenades, actually? I'm not.
Yeah, you don't do DC is
Zachros, if you but I don't want to roll a 1 and drop it at my feet. Put it that way.
Come on.
So Zachros, if you want to stand ready with a grenade, because you're at least proficient with them, I think.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, Voldan.
No, I'm not proficient with grenades. I suppose. I am by class. I am okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, then just give me a grenade and I will do that. Yeah.
All right. We each got a grenade, so I'll give him the countdown and then open the door.
Okay. So you need an engineering check again, please.
Okay. Well, I'll hook up the engineering kit.
Okay.
Hang on, where's my character sheet hidden itself?
Nice. Okay. So you're easily able to get that ready. You throw the door open, and a couple of things are going to happen kind of all at once here. First thing I need is Voldan. Let me clear the thing here. Voldan, would you kindly click on your token and click on initiative? I'm going to see if what order stuff happens in here. Oh, shoot.
Oh.
Oh, don't
all right.
tell me those electroballs had a mummy.
Yeah, really. Okay, so what happens? Let's see here. The narratively, what we see. So, JT, you've got your kit hooked up there.
Yeah.
And the door kind of grinds open. Voldan, you're in the midst of sort of throwing your stuff in, and you hear something shoot from inside because it beat you in initiative.
Yeah.
Let me show you what you see here, because it's pretty darn cool. This is what has been waiting in there.
Oh.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So that thing fires as you're making your way in there. You'll still be able to throw it in there unless it gets a crit. So let's make its attack roll here. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
So let's see what the critical fumble is. So this thing is clearly old. Its range for critical fumbles are now a lot bigger. But what happens is you get a split second to see this. So instead of wildly, what I'm going to also say for the critic fumble is, in addition to just to it missing you, you can actually see precisely where it is. So let me get the dynamic lighting here, and I'll show you. Boom. That's where it is. Go ahead and poke yourself around the corner there so you can see.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
Whoop.
Huh?
Okay. Everybody else, go ahead and click on your token, roll initiative. And Voldan, I got the thing. I figured you guys be using grenades, so I grabbed my rules for grenades here.
Yeah.
Make an attack roll. Which kind of grenade is it you're throwing? Is it one of those incendiary ones?
Yes.
Nice. How much damage does it do?
I don't know, but I can find out.
Okay. I know it's in the compendium if you want to look in there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
I'll make it save. Half the grenades level. What's your dex modifier?
Mine is 2.
2. Okay, so it'll be DC 12. Okay, so it does kind of roll back. So it does successfully save. So it'll only take half damage, I think, from whatever that is. But it will take that. Wow. Okay. And okay, we got everybody. Voldan's gone, so we're at top of the. Oopsies, wrong way. Descending.
So I'm just trying to find the grenade stuff, but I'm probably.
Yep, here I can look it up. I got it in my CRB. I got the page reference for it anyway. 245. These cards are pretty cool. Pretty helpful.
Incendiary, yeah. Okay.
So are they a new thing? Because I'll have to get some myself.
Yeah, it's they just came out. It showed up in the mail this week.
So 1d6 of fire and then 1d4 of burn effect.
Okay. So burn is on I think only on a crit though. But give me a 1d6 roll.
Yeah, 1d6.
Three. Okay, so it takes 1 point of fire damage. Grenades.
That's not worth it. So next time.
Okay. All right. So it rolls back. But I mean, it's been waiting there for quite some time. So it kind of rolls back on its treads and largely avoids it. Okay, so it's its turn. Let's see. It is going to. What is it going to do? I'm trying to see what kind of there's a special ability it's got, but it's dependent on its gear. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So one difference here, guys, is it does have a in its hand, it's carrying, or one of its hands, it's carrying this like trident that is flares with power. And what it says in Aslanti is, I told you to stay out. And it rolls forward and it makes this attack here. 14, 15 versus a KAC. Does that hit?
No, I have 16.
Okay, so it slashes at you, and you kind of manage to get out of the way. It sort of slams into the door, maybe the door frame, and misses you. That's it for that thing. JT, what are you doing?
Okay, I'll effectively poke my gun around the corner and shoot it point blank range. So I will effectively make the engineering kit I've got attached to the door spark.
Okay.
With the operative's trick.
Okay.
So that the DC would be 1.5 its times level plus 10, presumably.
Yeah, that's actually not good enough.
Okay, in that case, it's obviously... Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, remember, you can only do one attack, though. You can't do full attack with your operative's trick.
Oh, right. Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll roll that and then ignore that.
Well, I mean, the first one is still 13. It would just be not with a -4, right? So it'd be a 19. So that'd be hit.
Yeah.
And then damage from that one is 3. Okay. All right, so you're firing on this thing, and the bullets are sort of ricocheting off of its pretty sturdy metallic hide. Okay, next up is Vuldan. What are you doing?
Yeah, I smash it. I mean, come on.
We're going to plan A.
Yeah. My best plan, so probably I hit it once at least.
Okay, so you sort of bang on it once, and it doesn't even like make any effect on its armor whatsoever. But that second one, bang, it does hit, and woo, and it sort of goes back. And unfortunately, Vuldan, you can't even understand what it's saying, but it's saying something very stern to you, stern but polite.
Yeah.
You guys can understand that it's saying, I've told you to stay out of here, stay out of the mistress's quarters. And then it is Zakros' turn. What are you doing?
All right, I move a bit closer behind Vuldan. Would you guys like a +2 on armor class or +2 to hit?
+2 on armor class.
Okay.
Really?
All right,
Then, yeah. Only for 2 rounds, though. Okay, I cast Wisp Alley here.
Nice.
And I draw forth otherworldly energy to create a small spherical floating wisp that can destruct your enemies in combat. This wisp can move 60 feet per round in any direction, and you can direct it as a move. Action on your turn. If the wisp occupies the same space as an enemy, the wisp provides your choice of either harrying fire or covering fire. In this case, which did you want? +2 on armor class?
Yeah, it's probably better. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. That would be the effect of covering fire. So for 2 rounds, we have +2 on armor class against.
So this thing, as it's sort of going around here, it says, "Alert the Technomantic Lab! Something has come out. Something has come out." So it's trying to get this little thing that's flashing around in its face. All right, so it's its turn. Vuldan, it did not enjoy the getting hit by you, but it is going to try and return the favor. It stabs you again. Out! Out, I say! Get out of here! You are not welcome in the mistress's quarters. I just rolled a hit and another fucking fumble. So let's do the damage first here. So the hit was 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Who did you hit?
And the
Even-
crit
even-
fumble
Even with the +2 on armor class?
even does. I rolled a 17, and it's got a pretty
Ah.
decent. It's a decent CR creature too. However, what it does. So the crit I rolled, basically, it's sort of you as it hits. Your backswing maybe knocks it back, Voldan, and you can see it doesn't really have visual sensors that are obvious on this. But you see where that little nodule in the top there is. Zakros, would you give me a mysticism check, please? All right. Okay, so that is a type of enchanted. It's a pretty common enchanted item that you've seen around the things. It's an Aeon Stone. They're these kind of like these magical little like rocks that are attuned to specific magic fields, and when you attune to them, they kind of like you float around. You've never seen one incorporated into a robot before, but this thing it's actually kind of come loose a little bit. So this thing is now saying in error, ocular error, and it's now flat-footed. So, Kat, I think that might help you out a bit. Go ahead and take your actions, Kat. What are you doing?
Again, I'm trying to use engineering to effectively make the.
Do you need to do that against a flat-footed target, or do you automatically get to do it?
Ooh, hang on. Let me check the thing on.
Like, I don't know if that's what the rogues,
abilities.
but yeah. If you're automatically able to do that against flat-footed targets, and that
it doesn't come up. Hang on.
It does get -2 to its AC, and it does not take reactions, so you can actually move past this thing without problem. While you're looking that up, I'm going to look up what this thing's does as well. I should turn the sound down on the. You guys are inside right now. You can hear all that crap outside.
No, flat-footed doesn't affect it. Effectively, I can move past it though.
Okay.
So I see it's disorientated. So effectively, I'm going to effectively sort of dance past it and leave myself there.
Okay.
And then I will shoot it.
I think you give me an acrobatics check, because even though it doesn't get attack, you do have to make an acrobatics check to move through its square.
Oops. No.
Nope. You're out there. So I think it does. Oh, you know what? Because it's flat-footed, it can't make a reaction, so it does not get an attack of opportunity on you.
All right. But I still failed the acrobatics.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does not hit it. Okay, so then, Voldan, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I will continue my try at engineering.
Apply, apply hammer. All right.
Yeah.
Percussive maintenance. I think.
Yeah. So the first one is a 17 and the second one a 10 then.
Nice. Okay, so the second one misses. The first one does hit. Wow. Wang. Oh. Okay, and then what does it need to do to recover from this flat-footed? It needs to do a perception check. Okay. All right. Zakros, what about you?
I shooted it.
Okay.
I
Wang.
take my pistol and
There we go.
bam.
And ping! It's ricocheting off of its armor.
Yeah.
Too powerful. Okay, so for its turn, it needs to take a move action to make a perception check. It fails. It's still flat-footed. Flat-footed just gives an AC penalty, so it still is able to attack. Voldan, it only gets one attack on you this turn. That does hit, though. No crit though. You take 4 more points of damage from this. What do you call this? This trident thing that hits you.
Yeah, it's only fair. I mean, come on.
You're trading blow. Flintstones boxing. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, JT, your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to try and get through it again. It seems to be.
Okay,
it's a spaceship.
There we go.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. Nat 1. Oh, God. Now, do you have a Nova point left or no?
No, I spent it to close my armor, so effectively,
So the effect of the Nat 1 is going to be it will make an attack of opportunity on you.
All right, okay.
But I rolled a Nat 1 on that too. Good Lord. Oh my God. Overload. So he has to attempt an engineering check. If he fails, in 1 round, re-roll the attack against himself and every creature within 30 feet. So this ancient robot is going to like spin around. Let's make an engineering check. Nope, failed. So this thing seems to be like there's sparks coming out of the base of its body where it meets up with those treads, and it looks like it's about to like kind of spin around. JT,
I'm going to shout, "Get back!" I think it's going to blow.
Okay. Gosh, I guess it's Voldan's turn now. What are you doing, Voldan?
So can't we just shut the door? I mean,
it needs a strength check or a engineering check.
I've gone, so I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could try and slam the door in front of it. I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just try to shut the door. Oh, well,
Okay.
18, it's not so bad.
You grab with one claw and then you pull the door shut. Zachros, what are you doing?
Since the door's closed, I just wait.
Okay. I roll an 18 on its attack against itself. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, we hear this bang, tink, 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 tink.
You hear this kind of fight, yeah, from inside there, and you hear this, there's a small, low explosion, and you can hear from in there the sort of like trailing off voice in Aslanti. Voldan, you can't understand what it's saying, but I've told you to stay out of here. I've told you to stay. Whoa. And then there's silence. You push the door open, and this thing is kind of hanging there. So let's end by just talking about the cool shit that you find in here, because this is worth considering over the break. Now, the thing that it was holding in its hands there, it's fallen to the ground. This is a really beautiful, stylized kind of or hybrid item. You can tell that there are 2 fusions that are placed on this thing. Just at a glance, I think either Zachros or JT, but either the engineering or the mysticism could tell you this is what is on there. And this thing effectively is a tactical pike that also has the illuminating and ominous weapon fusions. In addition, oh gosh, it also has, I think, like Voldan, since you're the sort of melee guy, when you pick this thing up, you realize it's so perfectly balanced. You can kind of like dunk, place it straight upright, and it'll stay there. You can push it over, but that's the additional thing that it'll stand up. In here as well, there are a ton. Like this room here appears to have been a luxurious accommodation for a single person, with a large single bunk in the northwest, a desk of smooth metal in the east, and of course that the stylized trident with that glows with white flames. So that's pretty awesome. There also appears to be tons of like data pad holders, ornamental styli, gold bracelets and whatnot. So there's a ton of kind of like ancient Aslanti kind of gewgaws and stuff that are around in here, that for the right, and I think JT, this is probably your eyes that are picking this up. This would be worth 3,500 credits.
Very good.
Yeah. And then the robot itself, because you noticed it beforehand, let's see here. Yeah, there is that Aeon Stone that is placed in its head there. And the Aeon Stone that is placed in there, give me a sec here. I can tell you which one. Oh, it is an iridescent spindle Aeon Stone. You also, I think, know from your past, Zakros, this is something that is like a cornerstone of the magical technology that drives kind of the Aslanti Empire. You know, their armor with that singular thing in there. Yeah. They often have Aeon Stones implanted in there as well too. They're a really, really advanced in the ways of like Magitech or hybrid items.
Yeah.
And this one, what does that do? I think Android Tom's going to be pretty excited about that as well. Let's see what it does.
What was the name of the Aeon Stone?
It is the iridescent spindle Aeon Stone.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if that one's actually, I should double check. They introduced a bunch of new ones in this module. Let me see if that's one of the new ones or not, because the robot's in this one as well too.
This Aeon Stone sustains you by negating the need to breed.
Whoa! So that problem
breathe or to breathe? I hope to breathe. Okay.
To breathe.
Yeah. To breathe.
Oh.
Pretty cool. So that's what you guys. That's where you guys find yourself, and I think that's where we will leave it. That was a pretty because of my shit rolls. This thing basically crippled itself.
That is great.
Yeah, and then we'll pick this up with the rest. And I think, unfortunately, Brent's going to not see the rest of the ship until, oh boy, because you guys will one more session. I believe you may have explored the Royal Venture. So let's get out of the thing here and make with the outro. One sec here. Let's see. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Exit game. There we go. And stop sharing. Boom. Come on, Roll20, get out of there. Roll20 always wants to really think about it before it lets me get out. All right, cool. Okay, so I guess for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for episode 10 of the Against the Aeon Throne campaign. As always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. Alternatively, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, or you can shoot me an email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. In addition, if you want to hear more of the content here, you can also find me on all of your favorite podcast platforms where I have the Dungeon Musings podcast as well. That's not actual plays. That's me talking about gaming theory or about the campaigns that I'm running. I do campaign corners on there, and then I do other things like 10 rules for running a one-shot session, which I'll be putting into practice in the near future, running a Starfinder one-shot. In addition, today is the last day that you can buy a charity ticket or get a charity raffle ticket from the Heroes Save Villages campaign. And if you click through in the description below, tomorrow, July 1st, 2019, we will be closing off the opportunity to get raffle tickets at noon. And then that night, I will be doing a live draw for the charity raffle. Every $25 Canadian that you donate to the campaign gets you one opportunity to win one of the, many of the many awesome prizes that we have. The the grand prize for that is, of course, the Platinum Edition Dragon Heist box set from from Beetle and Grimm. It's this amazing thing that was like $500, it was $500 US when it first came out. It has a ton of amazing stuff in there, including miniatures and handouts and monster cards and a DM screen and beautiful canvas maps and just a ton of really great stuff. Collapsible little drinking mugs. It's a really beautiful supplement, and that is the grand prize. Every $25 Canadian donated gives you a chance to win that. If you don't win that, though, there's still tons of other great prizes, including Beadle and Grimm's newest product, which is the Sinister Silver edition of the Ghosts of Saltmarsh. That burlap sack up there contains my copy of it, but Beadle and Grimm have very generously donated a copy themselves. So they've also got one copy to win, in addition to core rulebooks for the Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition role-playing game. I've got those words mixed up, but I take it you know what I mean. The core rulebook for the RuneQuest Glorantha role-playing game, published by Chaosium. Both core rulebooks for Delta Green, published by Arc Dream Publishing. The core rulebook for, what am I missing? Legend of the Five Rings from Fantasy Flight. In addition, there's a bunch of other smaller gaming products that are other prizes. And we've got some electronic prizes as well, including a complete electronic library for the 2D20 Conan books. And I happen to be looking at mine today. So this is the print version, but if you haven't checked out Modifius's 2D20 Conan, it's a really, really cool game. And they've donated a full PDF library for that to give us a prize. In addition, a full PDF library for their Star Trek Adventures 2D20 game as well. Pelgrane Press has donated PDFs of their Night's Black Agents RPG and the second edition of Mutant City Blues. So there's more great games that are available. So, and all money that's donated goes to benefit the children, the orphan and abandoned children that SOS Children's Villages International helps out. So in addition to getting a chance to win some very cool gaming prizes, you also get to help out some kids who very, very desperately need help. And I guess in closing too, this being the last sort of word I have on this before we do the draw, a massive, massive thank you to everybody who has donated. We have greatly exceeded my expectations for this. We've generated almost $1,600 of donations in the course of this campaign. So thank you so much to everybody who has donated to the campaign. I really can't think of a better way to try to give back to, for gaming, than helping kids out. So I really, really appreciate everybody who has participated in this, and good luck to everybody who has made donations. But last but not least, I want to thank my players. So Ingolf, Thomas, and Morris, thank you so much for playing today, guys. I love this game. This Starfinder is such a fun game to run, and I cannot wait to use Electrovores again in the near future because they're fucking terrible.
Yeah, they're in one of the early Starfinder Society things, and they can really wreck a ship or things.
Oh yeah, I guess I haven't even thought about using it against a ship, so that's terrific. All right. Anyway, so we will see you guys again in 2 weeks' time in this campaign. Again, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, happy gaming.